Hi guys! Yes, I am in my car, but don't worry, I'm not driving this time. It's just we're puppy sitting, and this is the only place I could find quiet to do my video, my devotion. So I was reading in Isaiah this morning, which I just want to put a plug in for Isaiah. If you're looking for a new book to read, Isaiah is always an awful lot of fun. I mean, there's some parts that aren't so fun, but it's so interesting. All that Isaiah prophesied and that came true. But anyways, today I was reading, and we're all familiar with the verses in Isaiah that talk about all the names of Jesus: Wonderful Counselor, Emmanuel, Prince of Peace. But in the version I was reading today, it had all of those names, but instead of Prince of Peace, it said Prince of Wholeness. And it went on to say, He has come to bring wholeness. And I started really thinking about that. I listened to some devotions this week by Joyce Meyer that talked about wholeness. So this keeps coming through to me, how God cares about our spiritual life so very, very much. But He also cares about our mental health, our physical health, our spiritual health, our emotional health. God cares about all of those equally because He cares about all of us. And I think that sometimes too often we can place the emphasis on just perhaps our spiritual health. But have you ever tried to feel really spiritual and have good positive thoughts and be really focused on God in a positive way when you're feeling awful? It's hard to do. I mean, we may be feeling awful and crying out to God, and that's a good thing too. But God gave us these bodies, and He entrusted them to us. They are a gift on loan to us. And just like when we borrow something from a friend, we need to take care of them to the best of our ability. Now, we often come up with illnesses that we have no control over, absolutely no control over. But there are aspects of our life that we do have control over. What we eat, if we exercise, if we're active, how we care for our bodies affects how we care for our minds. What do we put into our minds? How do we focus? What do we focus our thoughts on? Are we constantly thinking about our troubles, the things we don't have, how bereft we are? Are we constantly thinking about all the good things that God has for us and trusting Him to take care of those things that are bothering us? I mean, of course we have concerns, of course we have worries, and we need to take those, think about them, and then give them to God. Trust Him with what we have no control over. But He does ask us to take care of what we do have control over. So focus on what you put into your mind. Think about your emotional health. You need to take care of that as well. You need to own up to the emotions you have. When you're sad, be sad and explore why you're sad, but don't dwell there. Give all of it to the Lord. Give all of it to the Lord, and He will take care of us because He is the God of wholeness, the Prince of Wholeness. That's just such an exciting thing to think about. So as you're encountering issues in your life this week, give them to Jesus and do what you can do and experience God's wholeness and love. Talk to you later, guys.